Do you have an old laptop or phone lying around the house? Well, what if you could transform that trash into food? Intrigued? Well, so were we. This charity has just hit a milestone, 1 million meals, and they're aiming for 1 million more.
Over 61 million tonnes of technology goes into landfill every year.
We're in a crisis at the moment.
Australians are some of the worst polluters of electronic waste on the planet. Tech recovery company Pony Up for Good is trying to change that, transforming unwanted and outdated devices into food for struggling families.
We saw an opportunity to glean the residual value from that technology and do something really positive with it. They donate their retired technology to us when they've finished using it and it's finished its depreciation cycle. We refurbish it, we data cleanse it, and then we remarket as much as physically possible.
Founded by Kat Harding and Marty Brown, the company gives half its profits to charity Second Bite.
It's difficult times at the moment when people are forced to choose between keeping the lights on and feeding their families.
Second Bite CEO Daniel Moorfield is on a mission.
So this is produce which otherwise would be thrown out, but we actually collect this produce so it's surplus and we give this to people for free.
The charity takes food that's perfectly edible and saves it from landfill, dispersing it to charities.
It's not just lower socio-economic families, it's not the homeless. This is affecting a lot of people in Australia with the, the cost of living crisis.
And that's the whole thing, is people have this impression it's just the homeless people who need this food. You talk to the charities, that's usually less than 5% of the people.
The partnership has delivered 1 million meals to families.
I think when we set the 1 million meal target, it seemed like a really good number. I don't know that we ever really thought that we'd get there. I think we dreamt that we would get there, but it feels pretty amazing to have actually succeeded in that process. We're looking forward to the next million.
Shelley says she's relied on Second Bite to survive.
I used to go there and get food each week, which then allowed me to do things with my kids like swimming lessons or go out for the odd milkshake.
She now works with the charity, giving back to the community.
It does literally change your life, from even just saving a few dollars from free bread to a free bag of groceries that just means your kids can have a decent looking lunchbox.
Louise runs a community centre cafe in Mornington outside Melbourne.
All from rescued food, 1,000 plates of food from Monday to Thursday here in the cafe, about 800 coffees.
She sees the everyday impact food insecurity has on families.
People might not be able to afford to go to the grocery store, they might come here, they might come to the centre just to get topped up.
Kat and Marty are now looking to hit that 2 million meal mark, partnering with major Australian companies to stamp out e-waste.
We work with the likes of Australia Post and Telstra and Xero, and anything that can't be remarketed is recycled by one of our highly accredited recyclers here in Australia.
At multiple sites across the country, workers dismantle the unwanted tech.
Every year, 500,000 tonnes of e-waste is generated in Australia, and only around half of that is recycled. At this facility, 90% of the material escapes landfill. The plastics, glasses and metals extracted to live another day.
So we're hoping as part of our cycle that we get to be able to reuse some of those resources as well, and that's really important to us.
Two very different companies with a common goal: to end waste.
I mean, it's perfectly good food.
This is awesome food. I was looking at these apples, I'm going, I almost should do the, take a bite. They're actually really good at their taste test, but no, they're really good produce that we get here.
An apple a day to keep food poverty at bay.
And who doesn't love an apple? We love when worlds collide. That is great teamwork for a great cause.